What's up, kids, and welcome to another episode of Booze History. I'm the professor, Mike Todd, and now that we're done with all the pleasantries, make sure to like and share down below, and that way your friends can stay in the know. Happy New Year! We're going to be talking about champagne and all the idiosyncrasies that make it what it is today. We'll be right back after this. Of the 1800s tasted nothing like it does today. Back in 1668, when the Benedictine monk Dom Perignon produced the first champagne, it was more of a semi-syrupy, sweet beverage. It wasn't until Vove started exporting to England that the madam of the company discovered they had a much drier, dry meaning not as sweet, preference for their beverages. Veuve in French means widow, so Veuve Clicquot is the widow of the original champagne maker. And in addition to changing the taste of champagne, she also figured out how to get the hazy murkiness out of the bottle that was due to the leftover sediment of yeast inside of the bottle. She found if the bottle was turned base side up and left for 2 weeks, it would end up making a puck of yeast that could be easily removed from the bottle. Some like it in a coupe, others like it in a flute, but just like the oversized snifter cognac glasses, they're all made for decoration. The best way to enjoy a champagne for the flavor is out of a nice white wine glass. Here's a little pro tip. Whenever buying a really nice bottle of champagne, don't buy it off the shelf. Ask to buy it from the back storeroom, because especially the clearer the glass, the more light ends up getting into the champagne and degrading it. So if you could get a bottle from the back that's in the dark, it'll taste phenomenally better than one that's been sitting out on a shelf for who knows how long someone buys one at your store. A lot of people like to save it for a special event or evening, but the big houses do all the work for you. They do all the blending for you. They even pick out specific varietals if they want you to taste that certain year. The longer a white wine sits, the more it degrades, the less of the flavor that you associate it with ends up being in the bottle. So drink your champagne when you get it. Another pro tip is don't store a bottle of champagne in your refrigerator. Your champagne should only be chilled prior to it being consumed, and it should be stored again in a dark back area of your pantry and not somewhere that it could get hit with direct or indirect sunlight. Heat equals ripeness, ripeness equals sugar, and as long as the grape's not waterlogged, the best champagne comes from dry, warm weather. Otherwise, it ruins the fruit. A lot of people associate a vintage with something great, but some of the best champagnes in the world are made from multiple years and blent together by people that know what they're doing to keep that consistent flavor every time you buy a bottle of Veuve or a bottle of Moët. If it wasn't for clay, there wouldn't be champagne. The clay caves keep an ideal temperature for the champagne bottles to sit, and in addition, the clay soil makes it harder for the grapevines to have to struggle to grow, in turn producing fruit so it can continue its life cycle. Dom Perignon, Ruinart, Krug, and Veuve Clicquot are all owned by the same megalith in the alcohol industry, Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy. Enjoy those bubbles and your purses. Thanks for watching another episode of Booze History. Check us out on the socials under Booze Networks, like on our Instagram, so you can see what I'm up to, whether I'm making booze, creating cocktails, or even drying out some fruits, like this nice bottle of Peroni right here. Leave your favorite alcohol in the comments, and that way we can make an episode specifically for you. Thanks again, and over and out.